Welcome back to the Big Exclusive Podcast. We appreciate you guys locking in each and every week. Always a fun show for me. I don't know how it'd be for you guys. You can let me know in the comments if you are live with me right now. If you're on Facebook, be sure to share the stream. If you're on YouTube, check in, say hello, say what's up, holla at your boy, say years old Cannon, or however you'd like to greet me this evening. First and foremost, I got to pay some bills. We got to show some love to the people and the companies that make this podcast possible. Okay. And what I need you guys to do is when I tell you about these sponsors, I need you to support those guys because they support us. And if you support the podcast in any way, we would appreciate if you support our sponsors because they're the people that make it happen. First and foremost, let's talk about iCraftMart. iCraftMart.com, a place to get all your health and beauty and all natural products. Shout out to Bestie Booth. If you have any type of event and you need those 360 booths that spin around and capture you in, dancing in motion and video, holler at Bestie Booth on Instagram. That's at Bestie Booth. Special thanks to Don over at Critical Shot Studio. If the podcast sound good, if it look good, it's his fault. We're going to put all the blame on him. If you need any photography, any videography, if you need anything pertaining to audio visual, you can holler at Don over Critical Shot Studio. He is the owner of the company. I can put you directly in contact with him, which means you'll get a better price and a better rate than going in any other route. Just tell him Big Exclusive of the Big Exclusive Podcast sent you, and he going to hook you up. Now, I don't know how much he going to hook you up, but he going to make sure audio visually, you are very tight and very good. Let's talk about Epic Graphics and Crafts. They are the exclusive merchandise company for the Big Exclusive Podcast. Shout out to, Lamont over there at Epic Graphics and Crafts. We appreciate him. Shout out to Shea Harmony, one of our dedicated sponsors. Shea Harmony offers all natural products for the body with their whipped shea butter being their most exclusive item. Shea Harmony's whipped and scented shea butter is sure to keep your skin moisturized, especially in this weather. It's sure to keep your skin soft, keep it smooth, It also soothes dry, cracked skin and will leave you smelling amazing. Shea Harmony also offers natural soaps, beard and hair oil, essential oil remedies, and more. Shea Harmony products can be purchased at iCraftMart.com. Shea Harmony, bringing harmony to your skin. Big love to all, the sponsors of the Big Exclusive Podcast. Big love to all our regular family members tuning in. I'm sure you guys will come in here at the Big Exclusive Podcast. We do not have fans, we have family. So if you tune in regularly to this show, we consider you family and we appreciate you. And if you're not following us on social media, that's at the Big Exclusive Podcast on everything. That's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, yes, and even TikTok. Okay. The Big Exclusive Podcast is on TikTok. We just post some clips that we think are really fun from the show. Once again, if you are listening live, make sure you hit the like button, you hit the share button, tag some people in because we're going to have some fun tonight. We on the threshold of their holiday or the made up holiday of Thanksgiving. Not something I like to regularly celebrate. But we will be talking about being thankful tonight on the show, which has nothing to do with that holiday, which is just an opportunity because we in the season where a lot of people go into a deep depression. So tonight we want to give some flowers to some people. We want to be thankful to some people. We want to express our appreciation for people because we never know how they're doing mentally, and we never know how those kind words can affect the people that we care about. That's another thing. If you beefing with somebody, it's not worth it. Life is too short. Life is too precious, and in an instant you can be gone. So be sure to tell the people that you love just that we love you. I love you. It's just that simple, right? Because one of the biggest regret a lot of people have is not being able to say those words to somebody and they pass on, or they elevate, or graduate, or move on to the next plane of existence. We all know that energy never dissipates. So, with that being said, regardless of your religious belief, one way or another, let's just try to spread some love tonight, and let's start forgiving people who has transgressed us. Let's be a lot more caring, a lot more loving, especially around this time of year where people go into much deeper depressions. Um, Done a special thing, but before I get to that, we got three special announcements tonight. So before we get into any of the announcements, I gotta bring in my co-host, my brother from another. This very funny man has been all over the continental United States, and he didn't even need a passport because he was in the continental United States. Show some love to my brother from another comedian, Top Flight. What up, Flight?
Hey, what's going on? And I'm on time today. Look at Jesus. Come on.
Not only are you on time, but you was early. You know what my dad used to say? He used to say, if you on time, you late. If you early, you on time. He said, like, they don't pay you to get ready to work. They pay you to work.
Right.
No, fuck him. That wasn't right. I mean, technically, yeah, he was right, but I don't be like working for nobody but myself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
you
with
know
you.
what I mean. Yeah, exactly. You independent contractor, comedian extraordinary. You filling out those tax forms. Um, oh, my bad. Shout out to Christine Reynolds. She said, "Hey, bro, love you. I love you too, sis. I'm glad you joined us. Where Dawn at? Dawn is usually right there beside you, checking in, checking. Like, shout out again. I see everybody sharing. I appreciate that. Um, y'all taking y'all time with it. Actually, just one person shared. You know what I mean? That y'all being lazy tonight. See, there's Dawn. Dawn, what's up? Big Roll got to check in. Nene got to check in. We're gonna get to everybody tonight because, like I said, this is not just our show, it's your show as well. So I did something special, bro. And what I did was I took the liberty to put the link to the show, to backstage to the show in the comments. It's the very first comment you'll see. So as you guys can see, we didn't introduce our other co-host, right? So Angry OG, he won't be with us tonight. It's not a big deal. That's still our brother from another. He taking care of some business, handling his scandal right now. So I just want to say I appreciate and I love my brother, and we'll see you hopefully next week. Um, but with that being said, hey Charlize, Hi, Miss Grays. With that being said, the link to the show is the first comment you'll see. If you want to join the show, if we talk about some stuff and you have a comment and you want to pop in and you want to do it on screen, you have the liberty and the free will to go ahead and do that. Tonight we opening the show. It's gonna be wide open, flight. It's gonna be wide open. People can pop in if they want. If
Listen, I, forewarning, if you get on here and your background, because I'm looking at your background, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm talking about your
holy.
background. So make sure you tighten up and find the cleanest wall in your house. Find the cleanest wall, and if a little creepy crawler be crawling up there, it's game on. So no, I'm just
so so
I don't want to scare people. They be like, I
I'm a
ain't
point.
hearing he ain't talking
I'm
about me.
Hey, listen. it- I listen. I don't have any room. I should tell that story tonight. I got a roach story I should tell tonight. Shit drove me crazy, man. I may tell it depending on how depending on how many comments we get.
I'm about
If
to say,
people want
who
to hear,
doesn't have a roach store?
if people want to hear it, they'll let us know in the comments. But since we don't have the angry OG tonight, I decided to invite somebody very special in to the show tonight. Flight, you know her very well. She knows you. Um, Actually, true story, we all met at the very same time, working on a very specific project,
Okay.
and she disappeared. She'll be back though. She texted me and said she was signing in. But Flight, you know who this is, and I'm gonna bring her to the stage. And I hope it's a pleasant surprise for you because it's damn sure a pleasant surprise for me. Miss T. Marie.
Hey, hey,
Hey,
what
T,
up?
what's up?
can y'all hear me? Because I can't hear y'all.
Oh, that's bad business. We could definitely hear you.
We can hear you.
Mm-mm.
You can't hear us?
It sounds like you're like down somewhere. I can't hear you.
You need some headphones, AirPods,
Is that what I need?
a,
Well,
s-
my
a s-
volume's all the way up.
a speaker, or something. Flight, I'm coming in clear?
Yeah, you good on mine.
You might.
Yeah, everybody's good on my end as well. So, um, we gonna wait for T to find. First of all, that's a nice chair. That's a gaming
I'm
chair.
about to say she got a gamer chair.
Somebody balling. Somebody balling.
Absolutely.
Somebody balling. T, this is your first time joining the Big Exclusive Podcast. I want to say thank you. Tell the people a little bit about yourself, um, as much
Hold
as
on.
you want.
I got plug in my ears so I can hear you.
She got two ears. It says
Can you hear
somebody
me?
got money. Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Mm-mm. Hold on.
Uh, we,
Technical difficulties here.
nah, her John's bootleg. Her John's she is either bootleg or she got a cricket
I know you
phone.
saying something smart.
Yeah, she got them Jones off of Old Guys Avenue.
Ooh!
she she got 52nd Street
I
specials.
I know you said something smart.
No,
Yeah,
we
see.
just talk. We just talking about the Christmas ornament lights you got in the background.
Now she don't now yeah, we gonna bring her down while she get her cricket together. Um let's get into the first special announcement. So, Flight, we are back with the podcast live edition, live series, and we are going back into time a little bit. So our very first podcast live, we going back to Light It Up Cigars, December 11th.
Okay.
How you feel about that, bro?
Oh man, that was love. That's what
That was a
that's what
hell of
sparked
a
it.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that was
that's
a hell
that's
of a
what sparked
time.
it.
So
Which
special.
point I want to do it all the time now. I like the live show, even though I damn near died in there, but it was well worth it.
I think we're gonna be in the bigger part of the room this time, bro.
Uh,
I'm going to talk to Russ. We call him Uncle Suge because he looked like the bootleg Suge Knight. But
11th. What day is that? Sorry to cut you off.
it's a
Is that
Saturday, December 11th. We're
a,
gonna be the lighted up cigars, and I know you traveling around, but I thought you was
yeah,
like
like,
this time of year you was kind of like slowing down because
bro.
know
December is heavy. I gotta check though. I might be here.
See, yeah, what Pop said, you flip flopping and shit. You just said it'd be like
Nah,
because
listen.
the holiday
I
be coming
mean,
up.
you gotta understand this comedy grind is a month to month basis. So a
Okay,
lot of times,
got you.
one month you be on fire, and then the next you be like, damn, I only got two shows, and then the following month you be like, damn, I'm booked every day. So it's
Well,
a roller coaster.
here's what I'll say to that. I like when you booked, period. So if you booked for December 11th, you know
But
how they
as
say in
soon as I get off
showbiz,
here, I'm gonna check.
the
Matter
show must go on, and that's cool. You'll
matter
be
of
there
fact,
in
let me
spirit
see
if
if I
you
can
can't
look
make
now.
it.
Hold on.
All right, look now. We're gonna bring T back up and see if she got her
Nope.
ears back together.
All right, so I will be.
You can hear us now. Now you sound like you underwater or Dr.
Mhm.
Bravado. Yes, you do.
Yes, you
Oh
do.
Lord.
It's
Oh
that
Lord.
Wi-Fi she got. Let me find out you still in your neighbor's Wi-Fi. Come on now, Jesus.
Yo, it's coming out bad. You might want to, I don't know,
Yeah,
change the
you're gonna have to log
microphone.
out and log back in again. Or
Yeah,
do it on your phone.
yeah. Do it on your phone.
Yeah, you'll probably have a better reception from your phone.
Yeah, borrow the AT&T wireless. Your son got or something.
December 11th, brother. Unfortunately, I will be in Miami.
Not unfortunately, bro. It's not unfortunate. You out there doing your
Nah,
thing,
but
bro.
I love the podcast. Can you do it another day, or it got
Listen,
to be that day?
we'll call Russ and we'll see. If we can't, then again, you know how you do. We'll patch you in somehow live
Oh
from the
yeah, I
show.
mean, I can still do it. I'll just be in. I like to be live, but I'll do it. I'll be at the show live, so I'll still tune in, and because the show is at 8 o'clock, so by the time we done, I'll just do it from the hotel, and then I'll still
So,
be on the show. I
all
just
right.
won't
So,
be there.
real quick, this isn't a special announcement, but I just want to send some congratulations to my homie Mikey O. He just bought another establishment down in Tampa. So he just bought the Rush Lounge in Tampa, Florida. And so I told him I was going to talk about it on the show tonight because I want to congratulate him. He already owns an establishment called the Rose Bar and Lounge as well in Tampa, Florida. And he just bought Rush Lounge. So what do you think if I talk to Mikey O and he say, yo, we can come down to Tampa and do the podcast live from one of the lounges down there in Tampa? So
Oh
it's
yeah,
like work and play.
yeah, yeah. Let me know. I would love to go, and I'll even try to find. You know me, I know a lot of people, so I'll be able to
Yeah,
try to
like
get us
Florida is
to.
just second home, bro.
I'm
Florida
moving
is
there
like
pretty
it's
soon.
nah,
That's
you're
the
not
goal.
allowed to do that, bro. We
Nah,
not
I'm done with
we
Philly.
can we can
Y'all,
we
they
can't do
shooting too many people.
Philly is killing everything. I still love my hometown, but Philly is killing everything. Let's bring T back up and see if she got her technical difficulties together. She rolling her eyes now. T, what's up?
Can you hear me?
Look
Hey,
at look at you. Look at you.
looky.
Now you borrowed your son's phone, right?
I got my own phone, bro. Don't try to play me.
Big roll on the check-in. He says sliding in late. What up, family? Daps fellas, hugs, ladies. Big roll is like the official, unofficial co-host of the Big Exclusive Podcast. T, it's all about you right now. Let's introduce yourself to the people so they know who you are, and then we're gonna get into this podcast thing. We're gonna talk about some topics. We just gonna get right into it.
Okay. Hi guys, I'm T Marie. Thanks for having me on the show. I'm a single parent to two wonderful boys, and I'm all about life and being happy and being positive.
Now you be having all type of events, and you just shot a commercial. See, you trying to be humble right now. I'm not fitting to let you do that humble shit on the podcast right now. You just shot some type of commercial, and I want to say it was for a school. And you also do autism awareness events I think the last one was like a masquerade ball or something like
That
that.
was my first one. Yep, that
That
was
was the
my
first.
first one. It was a
See, I
masquerade
came
ball.
with regular face because I already look like I got.
You stupid. Nope. My children attend CCA, so I'm a family mentor for CCA, which is Commonwealth Connections Academy. It's an online school, and we have a commercial that's on all major networks. And we just shot a learning a learning video about autism and sensory and children who suffer with sensory issues and how it is on a daily basis to live with such a thing. Awesome.
So that was pretty dope, T. Um, I'm sure everybody in the community appreciates your hard work. I'm gonna say it live on the air. I'm pushing for you to start that nonprofit. So I'm going. It's called
Listen,
Manifestation. Manifestation. I'm gonna
2022
put it
is
out
my
there.
year. That's my
You,
year. 2022
you
is my year.
damn
Nothing but
right.
big things. Nothing but
None
big
but big
things.
thing. All right, so let's get into it, man. Let's get into the podcast. We already 20 minutes in. I appreciate you guys for being here. Um, Here are the topics for today. We got the fakest currency ever. Give your 18-year-old self some advice. King Richard, top 10 biopics of all time, and our humble opinion. We're going to talk about what you are thankful for, and we also going to talk about gender specific roles in the household.
Mm.
So, you are the lady on the show tonight. And Mama always said ladies first. So I'm going to give you the honors of picking our very first topic. I'm going to pop them back on screen. Everybody out there who's listening live, make sure y'all tag a friend. Tell a friend to come in. It's about to get good. Pick a topic you want to talk about first.
Let's talk about King Richard.
King Richard. So King Richard is the biopic of Richard Williams, who is Venus and Serena Williams' father. Now, shouts out to Angry. Yes, we already said Angry won't be here tonight. He's doing great. Let's just continue to send some positivity and some love to our brother. He's not here tonight. He's taking care of some very important business, and let's just let him know he got our continued support. Give him some positivity, and he take as much time as he need. He is the show, so he be back when he good and ready. It's my brother. He got that kind of he got the juice. So King Richard. So I posted about King Richard because I watched it earlier this week on HBO Max, and no, HBO Max didn't pay me to say that because they don't know me or the podcast. I hope they will one day.
I watched it too in there.
So how did you feel about King Richard?
I understood why he got divorced so many times.
Oh wow,
He don't know how to shut up.
really?
It's a
You think so?
teamwork. He want to control the whole household.
So I believe you're referring to one scene specifically when somebody came to visit him and his wife, and he kind of took control of the conversation. So I can kind of understand why you would say that.
I
But
don't know. I think I throughout the movie just really didn't like listen. Each person was like just like listen. I understand he had a role for his kids and he had a game plan. We all got one. But I mean, some parts he just had to listen. He just wasn't a team player to me. So when I did my research on him, I understood why he was married so many times, why he was divorced so many times. He ain't a team player.
all right, you want to elaborate more on it? Because I didn't do any research on why he was divorced so many times and all that.
How many times
But
was he married?
Either three or four.
so I'd like to address how you say he wouldn't shut up. You understood he had a plan. What I loved about what he was doing with his girls was the courage of his conviction. Like he wouldn't let nobody tell him when they were ready. He also made it super important and very clear that the girls weren't going to move until they were well-rounded individuals.
Absolutely.
Education was paramount to him. The fact that they could speak multiple languages was, very empowering for them, and I believe for him. And he also didn't want them burnt out at an early age, similarly to what happened to I think they was using Jennifer Capriati in the
Mhm.
movie as an example. Um, but I just love the fact that he had the courage to even stand up to the neighborhood dudes. And I don't know how much of a true story it is when he had the pistol. I don't want to give too much of the movie away, but I wonder if that was, a true story and how that actually happened. Like that was really good. And then the scene in the kitchen when they had some other visitors, I thought was the most powerful. Again, it was at that point I stopped seeing Will Smith and I saw Richard Williams. I thought Will Smith was very good in that role. I thought the story was great. I read online and Twitter was kind of like dragging the movie a little bit because they thought it
Mhm.
would be more about Venus and Serena when it wasn't really meant to be about
It was
Venus
about
and
their
Serena.
dad.
It was about their dad. The name
Mhm.
of the picture is King Richard, not Venus and Serena. Um, but they were really upset that the movie wasn't more about the girls and their accomplishments, and it was more about him. And I thought the fact that they were honest enough to portray him in such a way where you actually got the feeling that he talked too much or he wouldn't listen, because in
Mhm.
a way, how many people have that type of conviction to no matter what or despite what anybody else says, know for certain that Venus is going to be number one in the world and
Mhm.
that Serena was going to be considered the greatest tennis player of all time. Like, not too many people have that. And this was, he, he said he wrote this plan out before they was ever even born,
Born. Yep.
right? And
Mhm.
and again, Will Smith, I feel like did such a phenomenal job because just like most actors you grow up with, you see them in a very specific way, and you can't see them any other way.
Well,
I
he
think,
always played his parts right when it came to autobiographies, and I mean, just playing that part of that character. He always got in the character, and he played his part always well. He convicted it well. I mean, I like the fact that the mom stood up for her family too.
oh yeah, because it was a couple scenes. Like again, I super appreciated the fact that it was the mom was such a strong feminine character, and I don't want to say that role, but yeah, and that role is their mom because she could have
Mhm.
easily been left as some sort of footnote in history. And the way they portrayed the mom, I thought was very empowering for women. So for me, I thought King Richard was a great film. I thought Will did a phenomenal job when it came to portraying the dad, from the accent down to the way he walked, his
Absolutely.
mannerisms, the fact that he wouldn't watch. Well, I shouldn't say that, but I don't want to give too much of the movie away. But I thought Will did a phenomenal job, and this is the first time in a long time that I felt like Will actually lost himself in the role and delivered a
Mhm.
performance of that level. I think the last time was a biopic. I felt Ali was the last time that the level of commitment that he showed to a role, where I didn't see Will Smith anymore. I saw Ali. Like Will got jacked for Ali. Like he got jacked in the way he talked and again the way he moved. Acting to me is such a hard thing. And I said that when we came on, we all met at the same time. And anybody want to tell why Flight, you good at that Flight.
Mm-mm. This is one story I don't want to tell. I'm not proud. That's not my proudest moment.
Baby powder, baby powder,
BP. Tell him powder.
Not my proudest moment. Role or
baby
no.
powder.
Mm-mm.
Come on,
Yo,
baby powder.
Mm-mm.
What's the story?
Mm-mm.
come
No.
on, bro. Come on, bro.
No, man. All right. We were all in a stage play called Doing It After Dark.
Doing it
Shout out
after dark.
to Kenyatta Carter, I believe is his last
That's
Yep.
name, but
right.
Yep.
Kenyatta Carter.
KC.
I think he moved to Atlanta or something like that. I'm not
Hmm.
sure where he's residing at now, but
Yep.
he actually worked at my job, and I guess he found out I was doing comedy and acting and things of that nature. So he came out to support a show. He saw me do a bit, and he was like, "Yo, I got this perfect character for you. I'm going to write it specifically for you." I'm like, "Okay, what's the character's name?" He was like, "It's Baby Powder." I'm like,
baby powder.
"What?" He was like, "Yeah, like you a stripper, and your one of your moves, you pour powder on you." And again, I'm young, I don't know no better. I'm like, "All right, let's do it." I don't care. Now, mind you, I was 300 pounds back then. So imagine me at 300 pounds pouring baby powder literally all over my body, walking around looking like Casper the Ghost, like to the point. Like, I was, matter of fact, LeBron James owed me some money because I was the originator of throwing powder up in the air. That was my move.
Sure
Facts,
was.
bro.
Sure
Facts.
was.
That was you. Now, question. When Yacht, well, we used to call him Yacht, but when
Yeah,
Kenyatta
right.
saw you, that was the bit that he saw, the one when you ripped off your clothes and just had the
Yeah,
leotard on. I keep
yeah.
telling you to bring that back, bro. That I'll as long as I live, I will never ever forget that bit, bro. It
No.
was, I literally fell out of the first time I saw it, it was at the Cornucopia on Parkside Avenue.
With the Uggs
Mhm.
on?
That was exactly. It- Listen, that's how long ago that was. The Cornucopia has been closed for
I know,
years
right?
now. It's been closed for years now, bro. And that was the first time I seen that bit. And I literally, I'm not exaggerating when I said I fell out my chair laughing when you
Mhm.
ripped your clothes off, bro, and had that leotard on. That was comedy genius. Because you set that shit up so perfectly. I don't want to give it away because you might bring it back someday when you do the
You
Netflix
gotta do it. You
special.
gotta do it for the one time. One time.
Yeah, he
One
got to do
time.
it for the one time.
Just
He
do it for the
definitely
one
got to do it
time.
for the one time.
I'm not.
So
So here's a little backstory with that. I'm not big like that no more.
You need to be
it
big to pull
don't
that off.
matter, bro. You don't
I
have to be
think
It's
big
all
to
that's
pull
about
what
that
you.
off,
sold
It's how
it.
you did
That's
it.
what
It's how you
sold it.
did it. You
bro. It was
portrayed it.
you. It
You
was you,
owned
bro.
that.
You
That was
owned
all
that
you.
shit, bro. You don't need to be that size to pull that joke off.
Do it for the
Um,
one time.
right. Do it for the one time. Please do it for the one time. Please.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's how all three of us met. We all met for the very first time that very first day of rehearsal. And actually, I ended up pulling out of the role that I was supposed to play, and I ended up doing like photography and promo
Hmm.
pictures and stuff like that.
Hmm.
I still remember that shoot. I still remember T. You had that colorful white sweater with the
Hmm.
glasses,
Hmm.
and you was faking like you could read at the time. You,
And you was shy. You didn't want to say hi. Hmm. I
yeah,
remember it too.
yeah, yeah. I say hi now. No, that's
Hmm.
water under the bridge. But yeah, that's how we all met. King Richard, I felt like was a great film, and I'm forever grateful and forever blessed that you guys have come into my life. I appreciate you both, and look how it comes full circle. We all on the podcast tonight, sharing
Absolutely.
stories about baby powder and flight wearing a leotard.
Yeah.
So let's keep it moving. Like is I want to make sure we get to everything tonight. If you guys aren't following us at the Biggest Schools podcast on everything, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, yes, and even TikTok. We do have a TikTok video of the week, right? But I don't want to play that now. I want to play like a did you know? Because I saw this on TikTok and I never knew this. I want you guys out there, if you knew this, tell me in the comments. T flight, buckle up.
Here's
Uh-oh.
something I wish I knew before I was in my 30s. How you're actually supposed to dry shoes in the dryer. Gotta go to the dryer. Tie the shoes together. Open the dryer. Put the shoes in. Turn on the dryer.
Now keep it a bing. How many of y'all knew that?
I
Nah,
didn't.
I
I,
didn't.
Now for years we done fucked up our dryers, and you heard that clank, clank, boom, boom, boom,
Kaboom,
boom, clank, boom,
kaboom,
boom, 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 boom,
kaboom.
boom. Yo, all these years, I never knew that's how you was supposed to dry your sneakers in the
never
dryer.
knew that. Knew something
Listen,
today.
first of all, my mom, when we finally got a washer and dryer, she ain't allowed no damn sneakers
I
in her
about to say,
washer
yeah,
and
we
dryer.
weren't allowed to touch
We
it.
wasn't allowed to put no goddamn sneakers in no washer and dryer. To this day, I was just at the laundromat, like, nah, you ain't putting them sneakers in the washer machine. My mom knew for sure that shit was going to break. So at the end of the day, I didn't know that. I still wouldn't do it to this day. I don't know how many of you put your shoes in the washer and dryer, but that's how you're supposed to do it if you're going to dry them. I never knew that. I'm gonna
I
try to
set them on
bring
a
something like that.
windowsill.
You said on a windowsill. First of all, they never went near the washer. What you did was you took that
So you
old
get the
toothbrush,
toothbrush. Yep, toothbrush.
exactly,
I
and
set
you
them
used
on
to
a
And
get
windowsill.
that shoe polish.
you you get the first of all you'll get the toothbrush, the old one, right? That one you keep on the bottom of the sink.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get that little paper thin piece of soap,
So
right?
rub it on there.
And you hit the toothbrush with a little water, and then you rub it on there, and you get the buffing like you violining them Jones. You buff your sneakers out, and then the job is to rinse them because you never wanted to use up too much tissue because you had to dry. So,
Mm-hmm.
and God forbid your sneaker had like the mesh on them, so you had to you had to be super careful not to get the water on the mesh, or else your toe was going to be wet for the rest of the goddamn day.
And
Big
then when
Rose
it
said,
and
"Facts
then when it's
exclusive toothbrush, hot soapy rag."
red, yep.
Listen,
And then when the sun come down, so the shoes right in the window so the sun can dry out.
yeah. Christine said she had no clue. Big Rose said, "No, black people don't restore and refurbish sneakers like that. They get dirty, they get gone."
Yes,
Yo,
exactly. Buy new
how,
ones.
what's now? I know everybody.
Nowadays.
Everybody in the comment know that I need everybody comment to answer to this. What's the one pair? No, actually, it's two pair of sneakers. One is from back in the day, and the other one is a little more recent, but it's the same thing. You literally get one wear out of them Jones. And if you scuff, scrape, or get them dirty in any way, it's over with. You can never wear the sneakers again. It's two pair of sneakers that I could think of. I could think of at the
I can
top of
think of
my head.
one.
Don't
Air
give it to
Force.
them.
I ain't gonna say it
Don't
yet.
give it to them yet. Let the people. Let the people. I'm gonna bring in. I'm gonna let a couple more comments come in before we go ahead and say the answer. They coming in fast. Okay. Christine has got both of them. No, Christine, you have to say the name of the whole sneaker. You can't just say the brand. You said you got to say the brand and the actual sneaker, the name of the sneaker. Okay. Big Roll. Actually, that's correct, but no, like you, most people restore. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna let one more come in because I know Big Roll is typing and I know Christine is typing. But these pair of sneakers, you literally get one wear out of them, and that's it. Because they either crease or you get some type of dirt on them. But if you spent the whole 8 to 10 hours in these joints, that's it. It's a wrap.
Gone.
Matter of fact, it be one night because you buy them to go out that night. You know, you in the club, people gonna scratch, they gonna scuff them, they gonna step on them. Um, but here we go. Let's look at some of the answers. Christine said Reeboks and Air Force Ones. Dawn said Nikes. Big Rose said Air Force Ones. Big Rose said Jordans. Christine said Reebok Classics. Big
Mm.
Rose said Christine got it. And Dawn said any white sneakers.
Anyway, sneakers.
I mean, that could be true fundamentally, but no. The sneakers we talk about, Flight said the first pair, the all white Air Force Ones,
Air Force
and
One.
Christine said the other pair. She said the Reebok Classics.
Mm-hmm.
Reebok Classics was those soft leather, all white. I mean, when you first get them,
Yep.
they
Ice
crispy.
cream.
They crispy. You wear them joints one time, you got the toe print in them, you got the creases in them. It's over. It's done.
They
Now I know
became double
people.
dutch. They became double dutch jump rope shoes.
Yeah, after that they was your play sneakers. They was your play sneakers. But I remember people used to try to restore them. Right? They used to take like tissue or newspaper or even that paper that the sneakers originally came in and stuff them back in there super tight. But what you realize after you pulled that out and tried to put them back on, it took the shape of that paper. So now they all bubbled at the end. So really,
Mhm.
you only get one wear out of some Reebok Classics and some Air Force. Air Force One is just notorious for the crease. There's nothing you could do
They the
about it.
worst.
Once you get the crease in them joints, it's over. And then I wear a size 13, so they always look like white jet skis or something like that on my feet. On my feet. I ain't need you to laugh that hard, T. Damn. Big Roll said Air Force Ones, fresh out the glow. I'm sorry, fresh out the box glow in the sun.
Like a
Bro,
brick of
I'm confused.
cocaine.
Air Force Ones, fresh out the box, glow in the sun like a brick of cocaine. Laughing my ass. Big Roll, them's is facts right there, bro. Them's is facts. Um, so here we go. What are we talking about next? What happened to it? Oh, here it go. What do we talk about next? Flight is up is up to you next. We got the fakest currency ever. Give your 18-year-old self some advice. Top 10 biopics. What are we thankful for? Gender specific roles in the household. What you got?
Give your 18-year-old self some advice.
All right, who wants to go first?
Let Top go first.
Top Flight, you chose the topic. Give your 18-year-old self some advice. If you are listening and you can hear me, I want you guys listening right now. Who do I see? I see Roll, Dawn, Melanie, another Dawn. Hi, Dawn. Crystal, Christine. Who else we got? Give your 18-year-old self some advice right now in the comments. And again, if you want to, say your comment live on air, the link is in the actual comments. You just click on it, give them access to your mic and your camera, and you will come backstage and we will let you answer live on air if you so choose. Don't get on here and get gunshot though. Don't get nervous. Flight, give your 18-year-old self some advice.
Wear a condom, nigga.
Oh, I knew he was going to say that. I knew he was
And
going to say
don't get
that.
married, nigga.
I knew he was going to say that.
And leave them white bitches alone. Oh, I'm sorry. Too much. I'm sorry. 18-year-old self.
That nigga snapped.
You gonna be okay. Um, just keep fighting, keep the hope alive, and you funny. There you go.
See, you want to give your 18-year-old self some advice?
Never let someone take your power. Don't let them take your voice. You own it. It's yours. Your life is your life.
Oh shit. I guess I'm next. I would tell my 18-year-old self to you got good credit, keep it. Work on it. Build it up while you 18, because that shit get hard. It get hard after that, nigga. And look,
Nah, I'm about to say,
18-year-old self.
in fairness, my credit was shot when I was 7, so I had a cable bill in my
Yeah.
name and everything.
Oh,
Shout out to my parents.
Hey, listen, when you grow up the way we grew up, Flight, actually, y'all had money, bro. Stop it. Y'all had real orange juice and real cereal.
Nah,
we talked about that a couple
Stop
shows
know what
ago.
the no for hour was like in Pathmark.
Oh. Pew, pew, pew. Pew, pew, pew.
Oh, okay, in fairness, we did, but we didn't. Like, we just, I mean, we were okay. We wasn't bad, but we were okay. But we had our moments. Like, I remember living in apartments with roaches and borrowing sugar from neighbors, and going to the store with a note and food stamps. We did all that. Like, yeah.
So I would tell my 18-year-old self, maintain or build good credit and keep it. Invest in Amazon and Google. Like, just learn investments early. And the last thing I would tell my 18-year-old self is that ownership is key. Own everything. It's okay to go to work for some people and learn the necessary skills to
Be your
become a
own
great
boss.
entrepreneur.
That's right.
But do it. The time is always going to be now. Okay.
All right. So let's take it a step further.
Okay.
18-year-old self, who would you tell somebody else? Or what would you tell somebody else that you know? Now, your 18-year-old self, see them now. What would you tell them? What would you say to them? I would tell my uncle, nigga, you need to get goddamn Uber because you was the original hack man. He was mad when Uber came out. He was like, you believe this shit, nephew? These motherfuckers
They done took his job.
took his job. He like, man, I was the original goddamn Uber driver.
Hey,
Mr. Earl.
Mr. Earl, and
Yeah.
every hack man that was on Lancaster Avenue,
They
52nd Street,
they
69th
they
Street.
he was the
Yeah,
original. He was the first.
he is the original. He was the first.
The
And you
original
know what?
hack man.
You know what? It's something. Next week, remind me to because you just made me think of something. It was this project. It was this project I was a part of. Almost it might have been about I don't want to say I want to say 8 years ago now, and it was called Hood Stories. And I thought it was hilarious. I still think it's hilarious. I still think it's relevant to this day. So I'm gonna pull some of that archive footage and I'm gonna get Don to take the audio and turn it into like video so we could play it on air. So now that I'm saying it, he's got to edit this tonight anyway. So he'll remember to actually remind me about it. I'm pulling double duty. I'm working and producing at the same time. Once again, shout out to Don at Critical Shot Studio, man. Audio, video wizard, also with photography. He's awesome. Um, but real quick, let's go to some of these what they would tell you. But flight, don't let me forget what I would tell my tell another. You said if I'm 18 now, what
You
would I tell an
18
old
now.
head?
What would you tell somebody that's now? Like you see the future. You went back in time and you
Okay,
see that. Like that's like if I know you, I'm 18, but I went back in time and I would tell you, hey man, you need to invest or you need to do this or you know what I'm saying? Like
I
my
would say
uncle,
keep.
he really was upset about Uber. When that shit came out, he was hot. He was on fire. And we was talking about it the other day. That's why I'm thinking about it. I was like, damn, that's a lie. He was like, yo, I really was like he had everybody had his number. He would call people. He would set schedules. He would get up at 6 a.m., drop one lady off, then come back at 7 and pick up somebody else. Miss Shirley, she work at the hospital, drop her off, and then come back. Like he had his whole schedule. Like he was Uber before it was Uber.
but you
And
know
I'm
why?
listening to it. And I'm like, yo, like,
You know what made me even think of hood stories because that story you just told right there, bro. Because the whole premise of hood stories was that shit that was going on in the hood, white people would catch wind of it and
mm-hmm,
kind of flip that shit into a
yep,
business.
into a business. Yep.
And like it's one about the Bluetooth and it's called Halima Hands Free. I think it's fucking hilarious. So I'm gonna play it on the show next week. I pray that everybody who's listening now tune into that show because I think we did like a total of 8 to 10 of them, but each
Mm.
one of them was exactly like that. Flight like you said, your uncle was the original Uber, right? Somebody probably got wind that this was happening in the hood and people were scared like, yo, we could do an app. Like it's the most phenomenal shit ever. Like Uber has an app and no cars, basically. Like that shit
Mm-hmm.
is genius, man. It is genius. Let's get to some of these comments. Again, tag a friend and tell them it's them again at the Big Exclusive Podcast. We want to know what advice would you give your 18-year-old self? Again, I dropped the link inside the chat. If you guys want to join the show and say yours live on air, you're more than welcome to. Christine said, I would tell my 18-year-old self to wait to have children. Credit is very important. Finish school, and no matter what people say, you are beautiful inside and out.
Shout out Christine.
And so, real quick, I got to give my sister her flowers while she's on and she's tuned in live. And I know she just said she would tell her 18-year-old self to wait to have children. But my sister, when it was all said and done, had 5 boys. All 5 of her boys are at minimum high school graduates, right? At minimum, are productive members of society with jobs and families of their own. She basically did that shit by herself. Now I helped as much as I could, right? But my sister, both my sisters, Christine and Catherine, are two of the strongest but neediest fucking women I know. And I'm saying that from a brother's perspective. I don't know how they are in any other situation, relationships, all that. But for as much as they need me, I needed them. And every time they've been there for me. So, Christine and Catherine, I appreciate you guys. I love you. And I'm proud of the work that you guys have done with your kids. Jabera said, "Good evening. Good evening. Make sure you put what you would say to what advice you would give your 18-year-old self." Big Roll said, "I would tell my 18-year-old Big Roll to focus on scholastics as much as football. Don't put everybody first and sacrifice all your time and energy to them and sell yourself short. Cherish every day with your loved ones because tomorrow ain't promised."
He ain't never
That
lied.
is some great advice. DJ De Niro, what up, my guys? Who do we got? Quincy, what's up, son? How you? Dad, what's up? This is Mr. Quincy Gerald Harvey on the check-in. This is my dad. For those of you who don't know, that show we did a couple weeks ago has really impacted my life. It allowed me to reconnect with my dad on a super personal level. Dad, your package is in the mail as well. It's just a little bit slower because it's that time of year, but I appreciate that show because it definitely has, changed my life for the better. We talked that night after the show and we had a very good conversation. And he said some things that kind of opened my eyes. Maybe I'll talk about that stuff on the live podcast, December 11th. But it's super important for me to tell him, Mr. Quincy Gerald Harvey, aka Dad, that I love you and I appreciate your continued support and the fact that you've always loved me no matter what. So, Dad, I appreciate you tuning in and I love you. Who else do we got on the check in? Melanie said my dad was a hack man on Lancaster Avenue.
You know what I'm saying? Like we could have. You know what? We
We
need to
would have
do
been.
we need to do a VH1. Where are they
Where are they
now? Where
now?
are all the hackmen?
Man, they still out there hacking. They outside save a lot.
So wait, listen. When did the hack man turn into a pervert though?
Oh, well, they always was
when they
perverts.
couldn't pay no more.
Right, when they couldn't pay. It was, I think it started with Nate from Set It Off. You know I need the money, Nate. Come on, baby. What you going to do for me?
When they couldn't pay for the food.
Oh, my God.
You want a glass of water?
Come
Come in
on,
for a
Nate.
glass of
You know
water.
I need it, Nate. You got to help me, Nate. I know, sugar, but what you going to do for me?
Dawn said, I would tell my 18-year-old self, don't rush to get old. That is some great advice. Because the whole time until I was 18, all I wanted to be was grown.
Was grown. Mm-hmm.
The fucked up part is the minute I hit 21, that shit said, woof. I look up, I'm 40. When you was young, you used to be able to just get up out of bed, run, jump in the shower, brush your teeth, and you out the door dressed in under 20 minutes. It take me about 12 and a half minutes just to wake the fuck up now. Take me another 15 minutes to get out the fucking bed because I got to assess what's hurting before I get the fuck up. And my knee or something buckle up under me. Now, I know I'm not that old, right? But God, I'm going to tell you, true story, right? True story. I never forget this shit. December 2019. I had 20/20 vision. It was New Year's Eve. My shit was 20/20. I partied that night with my kids. We had a hell of a time. January 1st, 2020, I woke up. Again, took me about 20 minutes to start the engine, warm it up. I cut the TV on. I'm looking at the guide. It's two different. It's like a set up here, then a set slightly off to the right.
Sight.
The shit was blurry. I said, "What the fuck?" So now you know how you do that shit? Like, no, it's just the cold in my eye. Let me get my. So you go in there. I went there, washed my fucking face. I come back like, all right, I should thinking my shit was gonna be 20/20 again. That shit was still going every which way. I was seeing doubles like a motherfucker. So then I get up like I can't fucking see. So I get real close and I can see it. It got clear. I said, ain't that a bitch? My 20/20 then go on the shit and look, fuck 20/20, okay? as a new year, as a year.
Oh
Fuck
shit.
COVID. Fuck the whole year. But that was a true story. I had to make myself an appointment, with the eye doctor, or ophthalmologist, depending on who watching, to get my shit checked. And they said, "Yo, you farsighted." And I was like, "That's bullshit."
I was far
But it,
that way before the year came in.
but it was definitely true. Dad said, "Got to support my son. I appreciate that." Jermaine, pull up now. Put the nigga in. Put the nigga on the bed sheets. I don't know what he talking about. I'm definitely lost. Christine said, "Oh, bro, I'm in tears. Thank you so much, and I love and appreciate you." Andrea, hi, Andrea. She said, "Your BRST is always good." Or I guess this
Yeah,
is her
best.
advice for her 18-year-old self. Your best is always good enough. True story. Never sell yourself short. As long as you trying your best,
Mm-mm.
is always going to be good enough. That's some advice I'm going to take and give my daughters, Kayla and Cameron. As long I'm proud of them, no matter what. But as long like the only way I wouldn't be proud of them if they half-ass. Don't half-ass anything. Like as long as you give it your all, I'm okay with you failing. But the minute you half-ass it or you don't try, that's when I'm gonna be disappointed. And I'm happy to announce that both my girls are once again honor roll students. So special shout out to Kayla and Cameron. Daddy love you. Um, so if that's it for the 18-year-old advice, right? Let's get into that last major announcement. Um, I've been working on this for so long, right? And this has been a labor of freaking love, man. Like I'm gonna tell y'all a story. Um, who we got? Who we got? I don't want to miss any of these comments. I want to say, Big Rose said, "For your dad to be here, Shannon speaks volumes about the impact." Absolutely. He said, "This is my dad." He said, "I love you too, son, and I wish you all the happiness and you having a great show." Thank you. The Hack Man, Ben a Perv, Top Flight got me cracking up. Shout out to my guy Tommy McGee Sr. in the building. Big Rose said, "Big exclusive, never lied. I wake up in the morning and curse 15 times automatically, and that's just stretching and yawning." Facts, Roll. Lake Fran said, "I would tell my 18-year-old self to really love yourself and do not be afraid to ask for help." That is true. Um, uh, Jermaine said, I would told myself to pull out my son on the bed sheets. In other words, not to make a kid that soon. You out of pocket, bro. You out of pocket. You out of pocket. That the pictures are coming as soon as. Matter of fact, I'm gonna send it while I'm on the show because it's no reason you should be waiting for pictures of your granddaughter. So I got you. But so I started to say I've been working on this project. I wanted to tell my story. So a lot of people who know me know this story. This is for the people, the family, my new family. Um, I'm gonna tell y'all this story. I hope you guys don't judge me, um, because it is me just being honest with you guys. So, um, that was August 2nd, 2016. So that was, I want to say, March 2014. Um, I had started down this journey of trying to understand holistic healing. And the one thing that I kept coming across was marijuana and CBD. So I did as much research as I could. And out of that research was a company called Loud Treats. That company was born because everybody in my neighborhood or back in the neighborhood when I used to visit, because at the time I was living in the suburbs. And when I would visit, everybody would say, we got that loud. And that just referred to premium weed. And so I just combined the word loud, which stood for premium in the hood, and treats. And I created this company called Loud Treats. And what it was it was an edible company just specializing in, premium clean edibles. And at the time when I was like checking around trying to get help, you know what I mean? I kept coming across a lot of people who just laughed at me, right? They just laughed at me like nobody's going to eat marijuana. That's some hippie shit. Nobody doesn't care. Nobody cares. And this was March of 2014. So in any event, I didn't care what people said. I was like, Richard Williams. I had the courage of my conviction, and I knew the shit was gonna work. So I started making Rice Krispie treats, and the very first one I made was like the fucking size of this water bottle. It was just huge for no reason, just big and stupid. And took a couple months, but I refined it. So long story short, I got artwork, logo, all that stuff. Like this shit was a legit company. At the time, marijuana was still very much illegal. It wasn't even decriminalized at the time. But I didn't care. I did it anyway. Like for me, it was something that was, it was born, out of a passion to help people. And that's exactly what I felt like I was doing. So Loud Treats became wildly successful. So much so that I had numerous blog articles written about me and Loud Treats. I've been on Fox 29, the local the local Fox affiliate, 3 times. The first time they did a special because it was 420, and people who are not in the marijuana community don't know that 420 is like the national weed holiday for people who love marijuana. So they did a special on Loud Treats for 420. And when I tell you, after that special came out, because it was syndicated in, I want to say 14 other states: Chicago, Detroit, um, uh, I'm sorry, Illinois, Michigan, Florida, the Carolinas, and a bunch of other places, right? So once that happened, the company kind of exploded. And you know what happens when you have that kind of success and you're not paying taxes. So on August 2nd, 2016, the police came a knocking. They wanted to talk to me. So they locked my ass up and I went to jail, right? I went to jail and I spent 16 days in prison, well, in county jail in CFCF here in Philadelphia. And they set my bail at $250,000. They were trying to bring the federal government in to get me on some sort of racketeering charges because they said, I will not confirm nor deny this number. They said that I was moving a little over $563,000 worth of edibles a month. That's what they said. Okay. That was some bullshit. I'm gonna keep it real. That was a lie. That was a lie because that would have put me at $1 million a year, a few millions a year, and that just wasn't true. I didn't have that kind of money. But in any event, they locked my ass up, and I went to jail. And through the grace of God and the power of my attorney, Amanda Mazzoni, who is still practicing law, criminal law. What's great about my attorney now, though, is she's a prosecutor and a defense attorney. So whenever I call her, she first of all she panics. She's like, "You in trouble?" I'm like, "No, I'm good. I'm staying out of trouble." I've moved away from pretty much all illegal activities. I am doing well now in the legal route. So I tell that whole story to say this. He gonna say, Shannon Escobar, Edible Diablo. I told that whole story to say that while I was in jail, the one thing that I could dream of was that, someday the shit was going to be legal because I built the brand and I want my shit to be legal. So we all know in Pennsylvania, marijuana is decriminalized and it is legal, but it's not recreational. So right now, with the help of my, some really good people that I've always had in my corner, my attorney being one, Amanda Mazzoni in Jersey, but my homie Ahmed Milton, who is one of the greatest graphic designers, website builders, and just all around great people in the world. I am proud to finally be able to bring this to market. This is the Loud Treats Delta 8 CBD beverage. It is called Entourage. Okay. And it has 50 milligrams of CBD, 100 milligrams of Delta 8, and 0.3%, which is the legal limit of THC in every drink. Ahmed designed all the packaging. I came up with the formula, and these are now finally available to the public. And I can't tell you how fucking happy that makes me to be able to finally bring a legal product to market under that name, Loud Treats. I was a martyr for that shit. I went to jail for that shit. I spent thousands and thousands of dollars to bring that shit to fruition. And I wouldn't be able to do it without Amanda and, more importantly, Ahmed. I'm super proud of Loud Treats Entourage drink. And I named it Entourage because most people think CBD is like this miracle cure. Um, and most of the science that I'm familiar with and that I've looked into and that, I'm super excited about is that marijuana has two major compounds, which is THC and CBD. And to unlock the true power of either one, both have to be present. And both being present and doing all the medical things that they say it has the potential to do is called the entourage effect. So that's why I named the drink Loud Treats Entourage Drink, which is available now. I will put the link out tonight. So if you guys want to support a brother, I would super appreciate that. But bringing this drink to market has been one of the most patient and hardest things I've ever had to do. And I got to say, with the help of my friends and sticking to it, we were able to bring it to market. The link is going live tonight, so you will be able to purchase it tonight. So I want to thank everybody who had a hand in helping me make that happen. Sorry that was long-winded, guys. Let's go to some of the comments before all right, pop us off. Good night. Jabir said, let me get 2 bottles. Christine said, I'm so proud of you, bro. I was there from the beginning and will always be there to support. Appreciate that. Jermaine said, big rolls, all good over here. Shout out to Jermaine, aka DJ De Niro, on the ones and twos at all the comedy shows, showing love. What was that? Was it Suave Man? we gotta find that record. But let's get back to regularly scheduled programming. I just had to put that on screen. I had to, because I'm just so proud of that, man. That shit is official. That is official. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's get back to the show. Big Rose said, congrats, big exclusive Air Force Ones on you, bro. Solid, solid,
We
solid.
all getting some. We all getting a pair.
Clearly, everybody's getting a pair of Air Force Ones. Leave it to T. Again, if you guys missed any of the show, it'll be available at the big exclusive or at the BEpodcast.com. Follow us on social media at the big exclusive podcast on everything. Jabera says size 6, please. Wow. Like I
He
gotta
putting orders in.
Don't listen. Don't worry
I gotta
about it.
Putting orders in.
I got you, big homie. I ain't gonna do you like that. Everybody gonna get a pair. We gonna write the 52nd to market. We buying out all the Air Force Ones for $30. So put y'all shoe sizes in. You ain't gonna get one wear out of them.
Everybody a pair of Shacks from Walmart.
The Nike sign might be a Newport sign, but ain't nobody gonna be able to tell. Ain't nobody gonna be able to tell.
The Nike sign might be a Newport sign. That is hilarious, bro. That is hilarious. We go a slide past. Now look at this ignorant shit here. No, I need some Yeezys.
See what I'm saying? Black people, you can't do nothing nice for them. I'm trying to get you to 52nd Street, the Salam Lakem Jones.
Not the
They got Yeezys too. So you know what? They got Yeezys. We gonna get you. They just don't have a Y on them. They Yeezys.
They easy. Yo.
That is crazy. So, I guess it's my turn to pick a topic. We done gave our 18-year-old selves some advice, discuss King Richard. Where we at? We at 7:09. We making good time. Um, all right, let's do that because I'm the one who came up with this topic, and it's called the fakest currency ever. And your flight, them Jones don't have tongues. They Air Force got a Velcro strap across. Y'all is wild with y'all
So in
style.
other words, Big Ro, you bought a pair.
You done had a few pairs.
You done had a pair. You've been down 50 seconds. I have. I'm not gonna lie.
firsthand.
I've been down there. I bought me a pair, Jordan.
Anybody been to Payless?
Hell
Anybody
yeah.
been to Payless? So quick question. I want to see
I
how
want to get one free.
this
Nah,
this
listen, hold on, real quick.
This the test.
Payless was the king of light up shoes. Fuck what anybody say. You want a pair of light up shoes?
And superhero characters.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the test, right? It was a point, and I didn't. My sisters will tell you we was fucked up for a minute there, right? This was before I was able to work, get it on my own. The name on God, if anybody, I will literally real rap buy you a pair of Air Force Ones if you can answer this question. And Big Roll already. Payless was the king of pro wing. 52nd Street Stunner. Congratulations, Loud Treats. Thank you, Melanie. All right, I would legit buy somebody a pair of Air Force Ones if they could tell me the name. Now, you get one guess. And I'm gonna know if you Google, because I'm giving y'all 10 seconds to type the answer in. I'm gonna know if you Google the shit. So here it is. And Christine, you can't win. You my sister. You was there. So you can't. Dawn either, because Dawn and Christine probably together right now checking out the show. So Dawn and Christine, neither one of y'all can win because y'all know the answer. But what was the name of the fake Jordans sold by Payless? You got 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. She Googling like a motherfucker. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1. Don, do you know? He says cousin had a pair. Listen. Jabir said jump man. No, that's official, right? Yeah, no. That wasn't it. Cause this how bad it was. This is how bad it was. And I was in Salzburger Middle School. And I spent the whole day trying to hide my feet under desk, trying to wait till everybody was in their classroom before walking to my next class. But then, look at this. Look at this. XJ 200, XJ 2000. Big Roll got it. XJ 900s. Those was the fraudulent
He Googled
Jordans.
that. He Googled that.
He can't win anyway. The 10 seconds already came and went, so he can't win anyway. But that's what they was. The XJ9 motherfucking hunters. I had them Jones on, and I was so embarrassed. I was trying to hide. You know how hard it is to be like 6 foot in 8th grade and trying to hide your feet? That shit was damn near. It was so bad, I wore them one day, right? The pair of sneakers that I got, Melanie said I knew it was something like that. Damn. I wanted to say it so bad, XJ 900s. But yeah, you can't because you was there. You seen the sneakers that I had, right? This should tell you something. I had a pair of black Reebok Classics. They was so dog that they went and bought me XJ 900s. I put them motherfucking dog ass Reebok Classics back on because I refused to go back to fucking school with some XJ 900s. Now, hindsight is always 2020. Most of them people from Salzburg Middle School, Nobody cares, man. Nobody fucking cares. That shit is good for laugh. Life goes on. So, message for the kids: do not put too much stock in any name brand bullshit. Okay, it's not important. Adults too. It is not important. All right, there are more meaningful things in life than some off brand. And don't be a fucking label whore where shit got to have a name for you to wear. It's just not that important. Nobody really cares. People are going to judge you anyway. Wear what the fuck you like. If it is name brand, so be it. But don't go on the hole trying to afford that bullshit. Enjoy your life. Take trips. Create new experiences. Meet new people. Create new experiences with them. And those are the most memorable things you'll ever have in your life. Nobody's gonna care that you had XJ 900s in 8th grade, right? Nobody's gonna care that you had Yeezys 6 months ago, right? People create these moments that you can take with you, create the memories. Those are what's important. All right. Big Rose said my mom fooled me, telling me I was killing the game because kids only got one pair of sneakers, and she got me 3 pairs for $23. And she told me I run faster in the XJs. Your mom, your
Yo,
mom, your mom was a pimp, okay? Not
yo.
because she put niggas on the strip, because she think pimp. That's a
Yo,
Cat Williams joke. That's a Cat
it's
Williams joke. I
it's
stole it.
funny
Okay.
you say that and it's funny. I was getting ready to quote that too. He was like, "Put the Jordans on now. Run to the end of the store. Come back
Right.
now. Put
It,
them other sneakers on. Look,
it's
you
He
clocking
said,
in
"Put
at
the
the same
Batman's on. Put
goddamn
the
time."
Batman's on."
it seemed like everybody go to the store, try to first they do is jump up and down like they're gonna be higher or something. Like,
Listen,
why you jumping?
you had to test your hops and your speed. Christine said mommy was out of pocket for them sneakers. It wasn't mommy. If you remember, it was dad. It was Joe. Joe had did that to us that time. Crystal says she was rocking fake Timberlands without a care in the world. Man, listen, I
I'm
seen
about
a
to call
pair.
me.
I seen a
I had
pair
the
of
TIMs.
boots that said that's it, bro. I was ready to say that. They just said Tim's.
TIMs. With one soul.
No, said got me some fake Louis V boots, and I absolutely love them. Listen, you'd be surprised how much of this shit out here is fake. Get the fake shit, bro. It's
All
up.
of it. All of it.
Listen,
All of Listen, let's keep it a bean. Ain't none of us spending $600 or $700, $800 for no Gucci belt. I got 3 of them. My
listen.
shit paid. I listen. It's for the style. It look good and whatever. But I know that I did not spend because I Googled it. I looked at I was like, damn, this belt, this same exact identical belt was like $400 or $500 in the Gucci store. Now, I'm not about to sit on here and lie and say I paid that. I did not pay that. Some of y'all women bags. Say coach when it really should, and my sister's dark child joke, assistant coach.
Hey
Because that ain't the real coach, god damn it.
yo, listen. Here's the thing, though, right? In the grand scheme of things, most of that stuff is made for pennies on a dollar, man. Like when you think about it, now some stuff, when you want to treat yourself to something quality, by all means,
Oh
fucking,
yeah.
do it. Like you only live once,
Mm-hmm.
but don't become a slave to that
Mhm.
shit. Don't let your self esteem ride on whether or not your shit is real or fake, or if you can afford something or you can't. Because in the grand scheme of things, none of that shit matters.
Matters,
Nobody
right.
nobody cares. You said you had a fake belt, bro. Anybody ever gave you any shit about the belt, bro?
So here, I'll even take it a step further. So when my brother, when he was home, he went and bought the real Jordans. Like they was 300. I lied to you not. So I'm like, at this time, I had 2 kids. I'm like, man, I'm getting the Aki Jones on 52nd Street. So I went, listen, here's the funny part. I went and got the fake Jordans because, again, when they come out everywhere. So we did a side by side. We asked 4 people. Nobody could tell the difference between the two at all. Like, I mean, you got to really be a sneakerhead to be able. Well, the tongue is a little off. Hit the ball look like a golf ball. Like you know what I'm
No,
saying?
they
Like,
look for the numbers on the inside.
right. So
and
it
here's the
was
thing. Most people can't tell because most people aren't
ain't no
wearing that
receipt.
shit religiously. It doesn't.
Right.
And if I'm like again, to my own sometimes detriment, I'm just not into fashion at all.
Right.
Like I just don't like it's certain things I care about, right? So most women like the guys who can, fix the car. I can probably change a tire. I could probably jump your car.
I'm crying. You said probably.
I could probably change a tire. I only reason I'm saying probably because the way my knees and my back set up at this age, like I was telling y'all about earlier, trying to
I'm
get out
with
of
you,
bed.
bro. Listen,
I'm good at paying professionals to do shit. Okay, I know my strengths.
got
Okay,
it.
Then you got Triple A.
Triple
listen,
A. I was just
AAA,
about to say that. I was
listen.
just about to say
I,
that. And
I
that's one of
I
my
I got
jokes.
I got one better than AAA. Sean's Towing 215-399-7534. Okay, his name is Sean Vini 215-399-7534. Sean's Towing and
Yep.
Sons.
And
He'll
it's
take care of all your
all that shit.
roadside needs, your towing needs, and he works with about 30 different mechanics to get your shit back on the road, to do maintenance, to do whatever you need. Shout out to Sean and Sons Towing 215-399-7534. Know the shit by heart. Here's why. That is my cousin. He's been doing the shit for over 20 years. So anything pertaining to a vehicle, I just go to him. I just pay
Right.
the professional. You need
There
something
you
done around
go.
the house? You need something done around the house. H2R2 Remodeling. Touche Harris. That's one of my really good friends. All he does is he just hung my television on my wall. All he do is remodel houses. He will build your shit from brick if you want. But I know my strengths. I can't fix shit around the house. I can't do shit to cars. I don't want to change. I don't even want to change brakes. I can pay people. I know how to put the credit card numbers in. I know how to pick up the phone. I know my network, okay? I know my
Yeah.
network of folks. Certain shit I'm just not good at. But the shit that I take pride in that I'm good at is going to be on display. Fashion is not one of them. Anytime I ever had to like go somewhere and be dressed or make it look, I got help, okay? Help me. I don't know what the fuck is cool. I don't care what's cool. Just make sure I don't look like an idiot because I'm gonna be going with somebody. Okay,
Right.
Miss, help me.
Yeah,
Okay,
thank you. And it's funny, I'm listening to you and I'm like, yo, it's funny you say that. I have a joke just like that I just recently wrote. Like
but wait,
I
Mel
was
said I'm a computer whiz and a great cook. Those things are true. It
yep,
is. I'm sorry.
because a girl wanted
It
to
is.
argue with me and we get a flat. We was out on a date and it's just a joke that I was right. And she was like, you ain't gonna change the tire. I was like, no, I'm gonna use my phone and call AAA. Yeah,
Facts.
but by the time they get here, it's going you could have been changed the tire. I said, you know what? When AAA get here, I'm gonna take the front tire off. I'm gonna let them take the back tire off, and we gonna fucking time it. And we gonna see. ex- So by the time AAA come, they done took the tire off in fucking 15 seconds flat. Here I am. I'm
And
still trying to
that's
screw
the
the
thing.
goddamn thing. Yeah, nah,
See,
I'm not done.
AAA coming with specialized equipment to make the
Equipment,
shit
right?
easy.
You got the
They
four way.
ain't
You
like
got the four
this.
way. You got the four way.
AAA come out, they like NASCAR. Zzz, zzz, zzz.
Mm-hmm.
They should go. "Brrr." This shit is. They should go. "Brrr." It's up in the air. Zzz, zzz, zzz. Tire off. Tire the fuck off. You
And
out
then we
there
got the
on
old
76
school jack.
flats. You out
Right.
there with a
With the jack, you got to turn,
You better have a tire first of all
and
so
then
they can
look,
get out there.
you got one of these
How
jacks. When
about
you
that?
turn it, it go like this. It just go. It move that
Right.
much, and then it
And the
move that
shit
much,
is a big
and then it
dumbass
move that
screw,
much.
and that shit be like, and on top, on top of that, right? Here's the thing: we don't have the specialized tools that they have. People are professionals at what they do. Big Roll just listed somebody. Q, the tire doctor, new and used tires, 267 709 7179. All right. Now, here's the thing professionals come with what? Expertise.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the minute you try to fix some shit in the house and you don't do it right, you know how bad they be judging you?
Mm-hmm.
You know how they get on the you get on the phone with your girl, nigga. This nigga tried to fix the shower. The shit not even
I
flowing.
just asked him to put the little pole from one
I
side
just
to
blame it
the
on
other.
Top Flight. That's all. I say Top Flight did it.
Women will dog your motherfucking ass out. You do
don't.
something wrong.
I just put it on top.
Whatever.
See, follow Big Roll. He said gonna have a wardrobe full of big exclusive hoodies and top flight tees. It's my man.
That's right.
That's my man. So we was getting into the fakest currency ever. Anybody want to take a stab at that? Ladies and gentlemen in the audience, you want to take a stab at what's the fakest currency ever? I don't think anybody gonna get it because it's some shit that OG and I were talking about this week, and we were talking about what was happening in our city, and I thought it was important that we talked about this because I had said to him in the midst of our conversation, I said, "Yo, XYZ is the fakest currency in history. It's not a goddamn thing you can do with it." Anybody want to take a stab at what we talking about? All right, then what would you say is the fakest currency ever? If you say Bitcoin, I'm gonna take you off screen.
I was getting ready to say that, or I was going to say turn 300 to 3,000.
Big Rose said paper food stamps. Now it's not something. I'll tell you, it's not something tangible you could spend, right? Paper food stamps are real. You could put them in your hands. You could feel them. I used to know the colors. I think $10 was green, 5 was purple, 5 or 20 was purple. Ones were like
There
brown.
was no
I thought
20.
the ones were brown.
The ones were brown, the 5s was purple, and the 10s was green.
Christine said pyramid
There
scheme.
was no 20.
It wasn't no 20. Pyramid scheme. I mean, again, that's not technically current. Here's what I was talking about. I'm gonna tell you what we were referring to. Right. So we were talking about the number of murders that was happening in our city and why. Like one of the reasons why we believe so many murders are being committed. Hi, Cameron. What's wrong? You want to come say hi? Oh, your hair look crazy too. Come on, come say hi. Wait, let me get you on full screen so you can come in and say hi, and then you got to get out of here because it's getting important. Say hi.
Hi.
The camera's right there. You got to look at the camera and say
Hi.
all right. Give me some sweets. Get out of here. Love you. So, the fakest currency. So we were talking about why is that? That's how it is. There you go. That's better. I definitely have food stamp books, bro. That's her name, Meatball. That's my. I'll tell y'all the story on how she got named Meatball in another show. Hopefully, Lord's will. So we were talking about one of the reasons that people are or people are committing so many murders. And one of the things that we kept coming back to because we attributed a lot of it to music and social media, and it was clout. So I said, clout got to be the fakest currency that ever existed. Because what do you get when you do shit for clout? Right? Because, I mean, just think about this for a second. Clout gets you what exactly? You go out there and you kill somebody, and they're like, oh, he got the juice now. What fucking juice? You're just gonna have a bunch of people who are afraid of you, who don't give a fuck about you, who want to kill you just as fast as you killed that other person because they
Mhm.
know you're capable of that. So clout don't get you nothing in the street. Clout don't get you nothing in prison because ain't no guns in prison. You got your hands, and if you smart enough to get a shank, what you gonna do with it? What can you buy with clout on the street? What can you buy with clout in prison? What can you buy with clout anywhere? You commit a murder, you don't even have enough money to get a bus ticket out of fucking town. And if by chance you do, you know where you're going to end up at? Right back home because you don't know nobody out of town. You don't know,
Mhm.
you have no survival skills. You have no tangible skills or means to make money. Clout is some bullshit.
Mhm.
And for the young people, if you happen to hear this, fuck clout. Fuck who came up with clout. Clout is worthless. All that, oh, my name ringing bells. Yeah, to the police and people who are investigating you.
Mhm.
Clout means absolutely nothing. It's the fakest, worst, dumbest currency that ever existed. For some reason, people do shit for clout and it equates or translates to nothing. You can't do shit with clout. Your kids can't eat clout. Pico don't accept clout. AT&T, Verizon don't accept clout. The insurance companies don't accept clout. You out here doing shit for clout and does what for you exactly? Don said, "Oh, we talking about that? Oh, I got you, fam. Fucking exposure."
Half the time, it's not so much of the young people anymore. Some of the old people coming out the woodwork trying to reclaim their name and fame.
Yeah, if that's you, you got to be the dumbest old motherfucker in history. Sit your dumb old ass down and go do
Mhm.
something productive with your kids or grandkids because
Yeah.
they probably don't know you because you, whatever age, trying to chase some fucking clout.
Mhm. Real story happened to me
Like,
today.
that is the worst shit ever.
Mhm.
Christine said, clout is definitely some bullshit. They want to be murderers so bad and either end up dead, in jail, looking stupid. Yo, clout can't even get you a cup of coffee, man. You can't walk into nowhere and do anything with clout. It's the worst shit ever. Sound like Vin Rames talking about the barter system. Don says seemingly exposure is more potent than Bitcoin, like any country on earth for creatives. Ha ha. Now you can come on the mic and talk about that. Christine said half of them fools be snitches. Soon as they get caught, they telling everybody 40 years. Yo,
Mhm.
that is true, man. Like not a lot of people. I'm gonna tell you. I just told y'all earlier that I was locked up, and I think I did 16 days because uh, I had to go to a bail reduction hearing because they put a nebula order on my bail, which means in order for me to bail out, I had to show where every dollar came from. And at the time, I couldn't do that, so I had to wait for the bail reduction. It was reduced to 50, and I was able to get out with $5,000 bail. That clout, that company, the brand name, none of that shit meant nothing. Jail was the worst shit ever. Ever. The hardest part about jail wasn't being in there. It was going being accustomed to waking up with your kids every day and then boom, you waking up in a fucking
Taking
cell
from. Mhm.
and you can't talk to them till they approve for you to talk to them or you figure out like especially when you a new prisoner. Like you never like that's you got to get processed. You got to hook up phone and
You gotta
connect
wait.
cards
Gotta
for
put it on the
money.
list.
You got you on quarantine for a
Mhm.
week and a half. You don't get no commissary. Like you just in there fucked up. That jail shit ain't cool. Clout ain't cool either. Fuck clout. Fuck who think clout is cool. And kids, please stop doing shit for clout. You look and sound stupid. would have put some clout on big exclusive books. Big roll, you wow. Right, you can't put clout on my books, bro. That shit is silly, man. Like these kids got to stop doing shit for clout. They fighting for gangs that don't really give a fuck about them, don't really care about them. It's just silliness to me, and I just needed to put that out there. Clout is the fakest currency ever. Stop doing shit for clout, even if it's, and that's in every fucking realm of life. Social media, comedy hustle, parent hustle, computer hustle, whatever hustle is, don't do shit for clout. Just work hard and you'll be able to get that shit from the muscle.
Mm-hmm.
Top 10 biopics of all time. This is just in my humble opinion. And if you don't know what a biopic is, it's a movie or film created about a specific person being this movie subject. So with that being said, I want you guys to give me some biopics before I give my list. I want to see how many people match up with my list. And again, this is just my humble opinion. This is not the end all be all. I'm not Cisco, Ebert, or whoever else, Google movie review. I'm not none of them people. I'm just a humble dude who loves movies and biopics. And I want to know what y'all think before I give my list. T, what's your favorite biopic so far?
I can't. I can't. I see the movie, but I can't think of the name. It's with Will Smith.
Is it Ali?
No, it's when he was a father. He was struggling. They lived in the bathroom.
Um,
Happiness to pursuit to happiness.
Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah, that was based on a true story. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
that
the
really that gave me a lot of insight. I felt everything he was going through.
All right, Christine said, "What's love got to do with it?" The Temptations, Ali and Ray.
Oh, Ray was
Crystal
good.
come through with the Pursuit of Happiness. Flight, favorite biopic.
Ray with what's the name?
Jamie
Jamie
Foxx.
Foxx.
Fox. Yeah, he played that one.
That was
Yeah,
crazy.
he destroyed that role, bro. Like who? I never would have guessed that he was capable of that level of intensity.
Tina Turner, how she beat his behind in that limousine.
What's love got to do with it? Eat the cake, anime. Eat the T. Anybody ever made you eat the cake?
No.
Flight. Anybody ever made you eat the cake?
No.
You lying, nigga. You lying.
It's all in the eyes.
It's all in the eyes. You lying. Flight
No,
had to eat the cake.
I got cake thrown in my face before, so yeah.
Let's see. Don said the old Jackson's John. What? Flex is Mike. No, that is the
No, that was
worst.
horrible. That
That was horrible.
the American Dream or whatever it was called.
American
Yeah.
Dream.
Yeah.
Crystal said the true story of Patsy Cline, amazing. Big Role said no order. HBO John Gotti, Pursuit of Happiness, Malcolm X, Temptations, Ray. Crystal double back with La Bamba and Flex
Ooh,
as Michael
Selena.
Jackson. Come on, y'all. That is the fucking worst. Flex is Mike. I don't know why Flex did that to himself or his career. That was just bad. So
Selena was a good one.
Selena was a great one.
Mm-hmm.
Jennifer Lopez, right? So did Selena didn't J Lo do Selena? Now
Did you do Selena?
you gonna make me look it up now because
I don't know about that. No.
I'm loud. If I'm loud and wrong, I want to make sure I get it right. Before
Somebody said Jennifer nailed Selena.
yeah, 97 Selena J Lo.
Somebody said does 5 heartbeats count?
The yeah, does the 5 heartbeats count?
Top flight shaking his head.
All right, so I'm gonna give y'all my top 10. This is in no specific order, okay? It's just my top 10 favorite biopics, and I was curious about what you guys would be. We have some in common. Number one, again, it's not a ranking, it's just the first one I'm listing, okay? Goodfellas. Most people don't know Goodfellas was
Mm.
actually the story of Henry Hill. Yep. Judas and the Black Messiah. Yeah, Fred Hampton, subject matter. Jennifer Hudson, Respect, Aretha Franklin story. New to the list, King Richard, Will Smith playing Richard Williams, um, the Williams sisters' father. Harriet, I thought Harriet was pretty good. Um, Although it was a little bit lackluster when it came to, I think a lot of times, or at least for me with Harriet, I think they just needed to amp up the no, not history, but just amp up the rating just so that you could see more and they could go more into the story. There's a lot of shit that just wasn't, you know what I mean, in there. Ray, Jamie Foxx, subject matter, Ray Charles. Selma. It's about
Mm.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
about the March of Selma, Dr. King. Ali, Will Smith makes the list again with Ali. His portrayal of Muhammad I thought was really good. And Jamie Foxx as Dundee was amazing as well. Uh Denzel Washington, Malcolm X. And then last, what's love got to do with it? Tina Turner, Eat the Cake and the May. Big Rose said Jennifer Lopez uh, ass won an Academy Award.
Literally.
JoJo Dancer. I think that was one. Yeah, JoJo Dancer. Your life is calling. Was that about himself? Um, Crystal said the focus of Harriet was more on her telepathic powers. He medium, or I guess her medium abilities. I think that was what was intended. Okay, I yeah, I may have missed that, but um, here's one thing I will say: Hollywood needs to do a better job of greenlighting more modern stories. Matter of fact, let's just call it across the board. Like it's a lot of biopics of a lot of black people that
Mm.
probably should be told. Like, why haven't we like saw George Washington Carver? I mean, you think most people think. And I'm just trying to figure out: do they think science is not as entertaining as anything else? Because we had Hidden Figures, right? Exactly. So for me, I think it's a list of historical black figures that you would think, and not just about sports. Like, enough with the fucking sports already. Like, we know that we are very athletic, and we did some of the greatest things in sports. But I think some stories are far more interesting. Um, and I think if we can get some black, film directors, um, producers, I, I I don't know. I'm just tired of seeing the status quo. Um, and I just think we need more stories uh about Crispus Attucks, Benjamin Banneker, Mary McLeod Bethune. Who else? Um, Zora Neale Hurston. Anybody remember what she's famous for?
Mm-mm.
Anthropologist, filmmaker. She wrote the book Their Eyes Were Watching God. Any of you guys ever read that?
I've heard that one.
Ah, man, homework assignment. Read Their Eyes Were Watching God. It is an insanely good book. I mean, tea cake. I don't know. We could do a whole show about that, but yeah, Hollywood, do a better job. Flight, when you get to Hollywood, okay, you tell them sons of bitches, let's green light some real live, dope ass black people and tell their stories, and it does sell. Okay,
I'm
don't let
crying.
them don't let them people tell you that it don't sell. Okay, Crystal read it. She said that book is crazy good. It is. Big Rose said I'm waiting for that OG documentary, Baby Shark, the Angry OG. I think that would be a phenomenal story. All right, it looks like we made it through pretty much all of them. The last one is, what are you thankful for? I guess we talked a little bit about that. Do we want to do thankful or gender specific roles in the household? What do you
Thankful
guys want
for.
to do? Thankful for. All right, wait. Let me get this shit off the screen. And how about I just log myself out of the damn program? I'm trying to be all quick. I got the what Drake say? Trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers.
Mm.
All right, there it is. Sorry about that. My apologies. So thankful for thankful is more fitting for the upcoming holiday. Can we get some movies about ancient Egypt that has real black people? Because that's some bullshit. That's some they cast all the Egyptians now the slaves get to be black and people of color,
Mhm.
but the people in the prominent roles are played by YT people. Now I don't mean no disrespect to any white people, but that's some bullshit. You can't keep casting these people when you have perfectly good African American and
Mhm.
people of color to cast in these roles who would do a very, very, if not Academy Award winning worthy performance. So she's right about that. But what are we thankful for, right? Um, we know that there's this holiday coming up, and I don't want to get into the debate about that, about Thanksgiving and how people feel about that, and why we shouldn't be thankful and get into it because it's something we can discuss. It's just this is not this episode, okay? For the people out there who want to have that conversation, you're more than welcome to come on the show. We can have that conversation. Also, the link to get backstage if you feel like you want to say what you're thankful for, or if you want to give somebody their flowers while they're listening, is in the chat. You can always click the link and join the show. Real quick, Crystal said, the lies, the tell, in media. The Ten Commandments. Christine said Ten Commandments should have had an all black cast. I agree. Anybody remember Lawrence of Arabia? Yeah, what a joke. That movie's gotten so many accolades. So many accolades. But we want to get into what we're thankful for. Thanksgiving is coming up, whether you celebrate or not. I personally don't celebrate it. I'm not cooking anything special. There's no fucking turkeys on my door, none of that crazy stuff. And that's just for personal preferences, okay? What you do is your preference. It's okay. I'm not judging you. I don't care.
But
I
you'll
can
take a
only worry
plate of
about
food though.
I will most certainly take a plate of food. You damn right. Why, you cooking tea?
I always cook on Thanksgiving just because.
Say flight, you cooking?
Nah, I'm warming up
Hey,
shit.
hey, flight, real rap. Did you ever eat the potato salad with the raisins in it?
Believe it or not, she never. Well, I we went to company's house and they had it in there. So yeah.
Did you
That's
eat it?
Oh,
nasty.
fuck
Did you
no, I
eat it?
ain't eat it. They put it on my plate, but
They're
I
like
didn't touch it.
roaches.
Hey, so
Like,
that's
and they
that's
was excited, like, cause when you hang around. See, I had again, my ex wife was white, so I hung around a lot of white people. And a lot of the shit they do is really true. Like they was excited because they're like, I was the Negro. Like, oh my God, we got a black person. Like they would say some racist shit. Like, dude, is it true that all black people eat chicken? Like, yeah, motherfucker. I was like, is it true y'all really put raisins in y'all potato salad? And they
hey
was like,
yo.
so we was learning each other, and I went over, they had a cookout, they was excited to invite everybody, and I'm like, why is it black? Like, what is this? Little stuff. And you know, when raisins sit for so long, they get mushy and they like cave in. Like they wasn't even like the whole rate, like the whole, it just caved in, and then it was just. I'm like, why, Jesus? Like, I don't know. I don't get it. Like they
So
don't.
wait, have you had the casserole? Because they do a green
Yeah,
bean
they do
casserole.
casserole, green bean. Yep, that's
How
true
is that?
too.
How is the green bean
I did
casserole?
have that. I ain't gonna hold you. The shit was. The
Listen,
shit
I'm
was
not gonna lie.
good.
I hear a lot of people say green bean casserole is delicious. I've never
Yeah,
had it. All I know is you need green beans, cream of something soup, and
cream of soup. Yep, and some
some
fried
fried onions or some shit like that.
onions. Yep, yep. There you go.
Yeah, I'm never
Shepherd's
going to make
pie,
that.
all that. Yeah. But then some of them will shock you. Some of them will shock you, and they make some decent greens, and they make some decent macaroni and cheese, and they got like 4 to 5 cheeses in there. And I was like, oh,
Hey,
wait a
listen,
minute.
I like to say that um, there's this thing, and it's a true story. People gonna judge your whole Thanksgiving based on your macaroni and cheese.
Mhm.
If the
Yeah,
macaroni and cheese is bad, the whole motherfucking meal is bad. Okay. Now I've tried so many different mac and cheeses, and at the end of the day, it's called mac and cheese. Okay. It's a 50-50 thing at minimum. Okay. At minimum is 50-50. Okay. It says mac and cheese 50-50. Don't send nobody no dry ass macaroni noodles where you see streaks of cheese around the shit and it's hard on top. It don't. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I just wanted to put that out there. You're gonna be judged on your mac and cheese. Make sure it's delicious. Put When you think you got enough cheese, add some more. Okay, add some, add some more. I don't fuck with nobody. Say you can never have too much cheese,
Mm-mm.
especially if it's premium cheese. Now, if it's that dry, caked up, pre-shredded shit, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Don't serve me that. If that's what you got at your house, don't invite me to your house. Don't tell me you got no plate for me. Okay? Don't do that.
True story, Shannon. Growing up in a biracial home, on
Mm-hmm.
my mother's side of the family was Caucasian. They would consider mac and cheese to be Kraft in a box.
Now, I can see that being the case, right? I can see that being the case. But true story. I'm not gonna hate on Kraft mac and cheese. I still fucks with Velveeta and Kraft to this
Uh-uh.
day.
Not
In
with
a
the powdered
pinch,
cheese and no
oh fuck
milk.
no, hell no. If yo, that's the worst mac and
They're
cheese.
like, we made you guys some macaroni and cheese. I'm like, well, where's it at? That ain't macaroni and cheese.
That they don't go ahead with that macaroni soup. They try and ain't no cheese in that, and they gonna put on a box made with real cheese. Where the fuck is the cheese at? I don't see the cheese powder. Don't count.
No.
If I can't pick up a cube and put it in my mouth, don't serve that shit to me. Okay? I'm going to judge you and I'm never coming back to your house again. Now, with that being said, we're going to get into what we thankful for this year. Well, not this year, but period, man. Like,
Mm.
Flight, what's up with you, man? You playing,
huh?
you taking the shit again?
Come on, man.
Please don't
My
tell me you
my
taking the shit again, Flight.
nah, my phone. I'm on 2%, so I'm trying to hold on because my phone get ready to die.
All right, well,
And
hurry up and tell us what you thankful for so we can get you up out of here.
You thankful for that
all right,
2%?
I'm thankful for toilet paper. That's all I'm gonna say.
First of all, you out of you out of pocket.
Now I gotta go. I gotta go. I'll talk to y'all later. Love
All right,
y'all.
take your shitty ass. Get on out of here. T, before you go into what you're thankful for, I want to get to a couple of the comments. People are letting us know what they're thankful for. Big Rose says, simple. I'm thankful I'm alive. I almost died earlier this year due to complications from depression, and only by the grace of God, I got through it, and I'm here today to be with my children and my loved ones, thankful for life. Salute to that, Big Roll, and we appreciate and thankful that you here as well. Big Don said casserole is a sunny sin. Nigga. Uh Mac and cheese has changed black families if it's trash.
Hmm.
That's a true story. Mel said he's on the toilet. Christine said, I'm thankful for my sons and my grandbabies, who are the most amazing people in the world. I'm also thankful to still have my parents. I'm grateful to have my siblings who I love and adore so much. Oh, sis, I adore you and I love you too. All right, Miss T, you gonna take center stage. What are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for a sound mind. That COVID
Mm,
depression didn't take us or take me out. I didn't fall into that hole. I'm thankful for my children, just to be able to wake up in the morning because tomorrow's not promised. Each second isn't promised.
hmm
I'm thankful for friends. I'm thankful for this opportunity with you on this podcast.
Oh man, I appreciate you being on. I'm thankful for you being on as well. I'm gonna say I'm thankful for every lesson I've learned. I'm thankful for every episode of the podcast because every show I learned something about myself, about my co-host, and about the family that's a part of the podcast. I'm thankful to be in a position to have sponsors to allow me to do this. I'm thankful for my girls because without them, you know, this life would be meaningless at this point. Like they are two of the most amazing people I ever met in my life. And to see them evolve every day and become like evolved every day, like just to see their growth and their ambition kick in. And, my daughters are like two completely different personalities, but both of them together, I feel like are me. Like at one point, I have Kayla coming to me super emotional and you know, shy and tepid about a lot of things. And then you have Cameron who's coming to me with business ideas and ready to jump out the jet with the courage of a goddamn fighter pilot. I love it. I love seeing how they interact with each other, and I'm thankful that I get to be their dads. I'm thankful that, I have people that I can call on and say, "Hey, I need you." I'm thankful for my friends. And the last thing I'm thankful for is um, my family. Like I know a lot of time people like to rag on their family. And, my family is not perfect either, but I'm thankful for the imperfection as much as to perfection. And I hope they get an opportunity to hear this, despite what we go through as a family, ups, downs, despite uh, um, disagreements. I still appreciate having you as family because I learned from those things as well. So, Big Rose says two things that guarantee can break up a black family: a competitive game of spades, bad mac and cheese at Thanksgiving. Yeah, motherfuckers be to turn the whole table over. So we got 2 minutes left in the show, T. What we normally like to do on the show is we like to give each person 1 or 2 minutes that's on the show to say whatever it is they feel. I feel like this is an opportunity because it's going to be archived forever for you to be able to say anything it is that you want to put out in the universe or to the world or to someone in specific, right? Doesn't have to be about any of the topics that we talked about. It could just be whatever your final thought is. Like I said, it could be anything that you want, and the floor is yours.
My final opportunity would be to love your children, to love yourself. Don't give up on yourself. Someone watching is probably battling something or wondering, are they good enough? And you are. Um, the world is evil, and it's sad that is our reality that this is what we've come to. There, you just don't know if you're able to drive through the streets and not get hurt. So make each moment count. and don't give up on yourself. And if you're looking for something different and fun, follow me on Imagine Something Different too on Instagram and Facebook. Everything is handmade by me.
Nice. I gotta get I'll get it after the show. Stick around backstage. We're gonna do a post show talk. But I'm gonna say what I. As a matter of fact, mine's is easy. Stay right there, T. Don't go anywhere. Mine's is easy. Get the damn juice. Okay. This has been a dream come true for me. Get the damn juice. Okay. Loud Treats Entourage Drinks. They are here to stay. Again, shout out to my guy Ahmed for putting together a terrific design. Get it while it's hot. Entourage Strawberry Lemonade. 100 milligrams of Delta 8 THC, 0.3 milligrams of regular THC, and 50 milligrams of CBD. I love these drinks. I cannot wait for you guys to tell me how you love them. Hit my inbox up. That's at Big Exclusive on everything. The Big Exclusive podcast on everything. I appreciate you guys tuning in. And last thing is, tell somebody about the show. You want to show me some love and you want to give me a gift for the holidays, just tell somebody about the show. We here on Facebook Live every Tuesday night, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Wednesday morning or Wednesday afternoon, because I have such a great executive producer. Our show is available worldwide on every platform you listen to podcasts. Does not matter. Apple, Google, Amazon, Alexa, iHeart, Spotify, wherever you get podcasts, you can find the Big Exclusive podcast. And if all else fails, just head over to the bepodcast.com. Okay. Small Business Saturday is coming up. Shop small business. iCraft Mart, Shea Harmony, Bestie Booth, T. Bring it back in. Your company.
Imagine Something Different too
Imagine
on
something
Instagram
different
and
too.
Facebook.
All right, I'm gonna pull her information. I'm gonna put it on the podcast Facebook page, Instagram page. When y'all see it, please make sure y'all go follow, support. And again, it's always great to spend some money, but if things are tight, you can't spend a few bucks. Please share her product, share her social media information. Just because you don't have it doesn't mean your friend or your family member doesn't have it. And I'm sure they're going to want what she has to offer. So please show some love. I'll have it posted tonight, probably within before 9 o'clock. It'll be out there. And I want you guys, when you see it, to follow. Lastly, I want to thank everybody who tuned in. I'm gonna try to run through Big Roll. Big Roll is basically a co-host to the show. Roll is family, okay? Big Roll, I love you. I'm glad that you still here. Christine, I love you, sis. Keep doing what you do. I'm proud of you. Melanie, Dante. Don, it's weird that you comment in the comments too, bro. Like you right here. You can have that. Where's the other? You need to have a mic there. That's what we're gonna do. You like dude in the background. Nobody know that nobody's never gonna see you, but they'll be able to hear you. Crystal, Dominique, who else do we have? I don't want to miss anybody. I want to scroll up. Oh, they cut the comments off at a certain point. That was too far back. Oh, that sucks. Jabera, Thomas. Who else did we have on? I don't know. Don't charge it. Charge it to my brain. Don't charge it to my heart. I appreciate each and every one of you locking into the Big Exclusive podcast. And we will be sure, if it's a law will, God willing, if we make it to see it, we will see you guys next week. The Big Exclusive podcast. It's all love. We out.